Hello bike mates, how we doing? We're out on the scoot having a hoot once again. On a glorious afternoon. Sun is shining. It's only 16 degrees, but still very nice for getting out on your bike or your scoot and having fun. And today I thought I'd go through the pros and cons of having a bike and having a scoot. They've both got two wheels obviously, so they're both motorcycles as I call them. They're not mopeds, they're motorcycles or motor scooters and motorcycles. Now obviously if you want to go tearing up the tarmac and getting your knee down round bends and stuff like that, which you shouldn't really do on the road, but I know people do, you're going to need a motorbike obviously, and a motorbike of considerable power. But if you're only looking for a means of transport for commuting, you can still have a motorbike obviously. You can fit a top box and you can have a rucksack for carrying your gear. But I would say, I mean, I've been a long lover of two-wheeled vehicles, whether they be motorcycles, scooters, whatever they are. And I've had lots of motorbikes in the past, as you probably know if you've followed my channel for a while. And I'm on a scooter now because of physical difficulties. But obviously if you just want it for commuting, say a 30-mile commute, then probably a scooter is more suited to you than a motorcycle really, especially if you work in an office, and you've got to carry a laptop and all that sort of stuff, because the under-seat storage on a scooter, phenomenal. You get loads of stuff under there. Probably get a change of clothes if you wanted to change your clothes, and obviously if it's a nice weather, you could ride to work in your suit and your posh shoes on a scooter, like they do in Europe, because they don't seem to be so intense on all the gear all the time there. Excuse me. No, they, you go to places like Italy and you see scooters everywhere. Ladies riding them with dresses on, and they just, because their weather's better than ours, obviously, they just jump on it the same as they would jump in a car with a helmet, obviously. But no, there's lots of pros for scooters, obviously. They're very economical. I mean, I've only got the 125 scooter, which is ultra economical, should we say. But you can still do a long commute on this. I mean, I only use it for fun rides, and most of my rides are sort of 30 miles or more, and it handles it absolutely superbly. Without a problem whatsoever. It's not the fastest thing in the world obviously, you really have to wind it up if you want to get 60 and stuff like that out of it, but it does the job. So if for a commuter, absolutely brilliant. If you had to go 30 miles on a road like this from a village, say, into a town, I don't know, yeah, great. Handles it perfectly. Comfortable, nice big seat to sit on. You've got a little bit of wind protection for your legs when it does get a bit cooler. And fantastic, I would say, scooters. And you can get quite big scooters now. You can get 750s. The Honda make the 4s are 750. Which obviously goes quite fast. I will probably upgrade mine at some stage to perhaps a 300, just so that it's a bit more relaxed when I'm riding it rather than flat out everywhere. But yeah, I mean, compared to motorbikes, I mean, they all do the same job, don't they? Motorbikes get you from A to B, scooters get you from A to B. Motorbikes have got a bit more road presence, I would say, big motorbikes. You know, especially when you're talking about like big adventure bikes and things like that, they've got loads of road presence. And they probably command a bit more respect from car drivers, because car drivers think scooters don't go very fast, and they think that of all scooters, I'm afraid. So they like to pull out on you a lot, you know, when you're approaching them at 55-60 miles an hour, they just pull out because they think, oh, he's not going that fast, he's only a little scooter, or ped as they call them. Nice little bit of tarmac there. But yeah, I mean, motorbikes are, I like motorbikes, I love them in fact, but it's only because I physically can't get on one that I've got a scoot. And yes, I could have gone and bought a bigger scoot to start with, but I thought, well, I haven't been on a bike for a long time, I need to retrain my brain, so I got the little 125. But and I would have done the same if I could have got on the bike. I've only got a little bike, I wouldn't have got anything big and powerful straight away. But yeah, so, you know, pros and cons for bikes and scooters. Not a lot in it, to be honest. It's just a weather thing, really. You get more protection on the scooter from the weather. You can fit a big windscreen, which don't look so daft on the scooter as it does on a bike. And you can carry more, you know. I mean, I said you can put a top box on a bike, but you also put a top box on a scooter as well. And give yourself even more stuff to, you know, room to carry stuff. So they're both fun to ride, gotta say. I mean, this thing is a hoot to ride. Yeah, I say this thing is a real hoot to ride. It handles like a bike, actually. I don't know what I know the little wheeled scooters are a bit skittish, but I've seen people riding them quite fast, so didn't even turn it off. Turn off, you bugger. Now, what's the difference in riding a scooter to a bike? There's quite a bit of difference, actually. There's no tank between your legs, which I still miss to this day. Still miss having a tank between my legs to grip onto with my legs, but you sort of get used to it. And of course, this being one with bigger wheels, you can still counter steer. I'm not sure if you can with little wheeled ones. You probably can, but not as well. Oh, sun in my eyes. Can't see where I'm going. Go away, sun. Yeah, you still counter steer with this one. Not that you need too much, because you just flick it with your hips, really, and it moves where you want it to. But there are subtle differences. Obviously, there's no engine braking, so you let the throttle off and it doesn't slow you down, but you know it does, but very slowly. Not like having a bike where you can knock it down a gear before you enter a corner or whatever. So cornering is totally different on a scooter. You find you use your back brake more going into going into corners, and if you just hold the back brake and a bit of throttle at the same time, it gets around there lovely. So it's sort of like trail braking, but with the rear brake. And here we are, talking about trail braking on a scooter, on a 125 scooter. How about that? But yeah, there's subtle differences to riding them. You probably could get your knee down on a scooter if you've got long legs. Not something I want to do, not something I want to ever do on a motorbike actually, but it's, you know, it's all a matter of having fun, isn't it? And they are. Anything two-wheeled is fun. Some car enthusiasts would say cars are fun, but I find them a bit boring nowadays. So yeah, there are many differences, many pros and many cons probably. I mean, if you're an avid biker and you've only ever had bikes, you probably look at scooters and think, load of shit. But it depends what you want them for, doesn't it? You know, I mean, here I am on my way home from Rye, where I've been today, and I'm keeping up with traffic quite easily because it's not fast moving traffic. I don't know, if you was on a bike you'd be sitting on the back of the car trying to overtake it, risking your life all the time, whereas on your scooter you are completely relaxed, you know, just sitting in a very relaxed position like you're sitting in an armchair. And it is just relaxing to ride. You know you can't overtake anything, so you don't get annoyed. Well, actually I did overtake something the other day. Yeah, I did. Somebody was doing 40 and I whizzed past him on a long bit of open road, but there was nothing coming towards me. But as I say, on a big powerful bike, you'd be right on their tail, just waiting for that gap to you know, just blip your throttle when you pass them, ain't you, on a big bike? Don't work like that on scooters. Blip your throttle and just get loads of noise. But as I said, they're still a load of fun. So I think we've covered all the bases really, you know. They're both jolly nice to ride if you're into two wheels. Obviously, as I said, the scooter's got more storage, bit more weather protection for your legs. As I say, you could fit a screen if you wanted a bit more weather protection for your upper body. The bigger engine scooters can do 70, 80 comfortably and maintain that sort of speed. You know, if you had a journey on a dual carriageway or something. But I mean, this would do a dual carriageway, it does 60, so it just means people will be overtaking you. Don't matter, does it? So yeah, that's the differences between the two. So I think I called it for this one, and say whatever you ride, whether it be a bike, scooter or a moped, which a moped to me is a 50cc with pedals. That's why they were called mopeds. Yeah, whatever you ride it safe, and I'll catch you next time out on the scoot having a hoot. So long now, bike mates. Bye now.